My protege AJ, she's my patient slash client slash friend. She's been having phenomenal results with our hair care program with Business Hair Solutions. And here tonight she's going to give us her story. AJ, just tell us a little bit how everything started with you. Tell us how you have long, glorious, beautiful hair. Everybody, this is not a weave. This is her hair. And just tell us how your story about how your hair loss began, such as a young woman as yourself.
Okay. It started summer after freshman year of high school, and pretty much it just started up here in the front, and it was really, really small, and then it just continued to get bigger. So I stopped putting heat to my hair. I stopped getting perms actually that same year as soon as it started. And then as it progressively got worse, I started going to different doctors. So you're actually the fourth doctor. The first one, she really didn't know what was going on. She started putting topical stuff on my head, and that didn't work. The second one, they just were like, it's nothing I can do for you. They thought it was alopecia, but never did any tests or anything. The third one I went to for a year and a half. They did 2 biopsies, couldn't find anything, no alopecia, no other diseases that they could find. And then they started doing injections. So I would go once a week for about a year and a half or so. That started senior year of high school and ended the summer after my freshman year of college. So I would come home every week from Michigan State to have the injections, no results. So finally, the last time I went to him, he was pretty much like, sorry, there's no way your hair is going to grow. There are no options. So I started taking vitamins and doing stuff on my own. Rogaine, every pill you can imagine. At one point I was taking 4 different vitamins to try to get my hair to grow. Even took prenatal vitamins and really had no results. For the Rogaine, it would grow and then stop growing. So as soon as I would stop using it, the hair would fall out. So before I came to you, I was actually looking at the option of getting hair transplants, and that was pretty much my last option because the hair was continuously getting worse. So that's when I was referred to you, and here I am.
Good. So tell us about how old were you when you first got your first perm?
I was either 6 or 7.
Wow.
When I got it first perm.
Well, you know, at that your early age, you're still growing and developing, and so is your hair follicles and shafts. So everyone out there, please do not put perms in your 6-year-old hair. I know we want it long and manageable and stuff like that, but this can be a result of having perms such as at an early age. We recommend that girls, if you decide to get perms, that they need to be after their pubescent, after they start their cycle, 16, 17 years old, if you decide to do that. So my question to you, what was this experience for you? What made it different for you?
Nothing in the beginning. In the beginning, I'm just like, oh, I don't see results, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. I would never look at my hair. Like literally, I wake up in the morning, if I don't put a scarf on it in the front, I wake up in the morning and it's just pretty much keep moving. I never really look at it because it's depressing. I don't do anything but start worrying about it when I continuously look. So you would show me pictures and I'm like, maybe I see it. Maybe, you know, if you comb it the right way again. And every single time it's combed the right way or the same way. So then eventually I'm like, okay, one day I looked in the mirror after I came from the hair shop, and I looked at it and I was like in the mirror like this, like, no, that can't be hair. And finally I realized, like, yeah, it's growing. And you know, I got emotional, so that was the first time in 10 years.
Okay, so in regards to what you have done before, did anybody do any lab testing on you before? Well, to the extent that we did it here.
No.
Like the micronutrient testing to see what your deficiency were or anything like that?
Nope, they did the biopsies and they did the blood. They tested me for lupus. They tested for like B6 or some other B vitamins. And then, of course, they tested for alopecia, but besides that, nothing. And that's when they were injecting the steroids into my scalp.
Okay, so do you really think by us finding out what your micro deficiencies were, that that's playing a major role in the results that you're getting?
Yeah, not only in my hair, but everything. Like my skin, everything. Everybody's constantly commenting on it now, whereas I'm not doing anything different but the vitamins. So.
Okay, good. So would you recommend our program to anyone else?
Yes, I talk to everybody about it. Everywhere I go, when people are like, "Oh, your hair looks so good," I'm constantly talking about you and the hairdresser because honestly, like, you guys were my last resort, and luckily I found you.
Well, just like we were talking about earlier before we started taping, I tried to explain to you slow progress is good progress, because if you notice when you use the Rogaine, you will get real quick results, and as soon as you stop, you would get regression. And Rogaine is a chemical. Rogaine causes vasodilation to the follicles so you can stimulate growth. So when you stop the Rogaine, you get vasoconstriction, you don't get the blood supply, then you get the regression of the hair. What we're doing is all natural, it's all vitamins. And then your question to me that you asked me, if I stop taking the vitamins, will I get regression? And the explanation that I gave you, which is true, if you're even the best eater in the world, if you're just a strict vegetarian, do all the vegetables and all of that, you're still not getting the nutrients that you need from your vitamins. Because we farm constantly our land and put artificial nutrients in the earth. You're supposed to farm, let the land rest for a year, and then refarm again. So I don't recommend that you would do the vitamins to the extent that we are after we get the final results that we're working on, but you will need to have a multivitamin. And throughout your life, periodically, all of us should be tested for our micronutrients to see where we deficient are and have them supplemented, even if we don't have any hair problems. So I am so excited for you. Are you happy?
I am.
Good. So you guys, you can go to the Facebook page, Business Hair Solutions. I'm Dr. Grace Patterson. That's my Facebook address, and I have a link, and you can see her pictures and her picture journal.